Silver Hand.
These
They
two aren't
finally
a
had the
problem
nerve to
anymore.
attack Jorrvaskr. We got most of them, but I think a few stragglers made it out.
How did they make it into Whiterun? Past the guards, past you!
These two aren't a problem anymore.
I remember someone saying the security in Whiterun is shameful, and frankly, right now I'm one to agree with them.
Where have you been?
I was doing Kodlak's bidding.
I hope it was important, because it means you weren't here to defend him. The Silver Hand. They finally found enough courage to attack Jorrvaskr. We fought them off, but the old man, Kodlak, he's dead.
Was anyone else hurt?
No, but they made off with all our fragments of Wuuthrad. But you and I are going to reclaim them. We will bring the battle to their chief camp. There will be none left living to tell their stories. Only songs of Jorrvaskr will be sung. We will avenge Kodlak, and they will know terror before the end. We're going to make them pay.
Where are we headed? Oh, okay, can you train me to be better with two-handed weapons? I'm pretty good myself.
Until next time.
The irony that he also asked me to get his one-handed sword fixed or repaired, or sharpened, rather. Nothing to say, Farkas? I'm not gonna search his body, that would be a little disrespectful. I also never realized that the ones who make it into Jorrvaskr, the dead ones, are just labeled as bandits. I'm surprised they're not labeled as Silverhand. Alright, Vilkas is already following. Good. Now let's see where we're headed. Driftshade Refuge, not far from Fort Fellhammer. So it seems that, the Silverhand has a lot of their fortresses close together. Closest town is going to be Dawnstar. We'll probably take a carriage up there and ride down. I'm going to rest for the night, and then I'm going to sell some things before we head out. Because otherwise I'm just going to definitely become over-encumbered on the course of this trip, because I just already have so much stuff that I'm carrying around that I forgot to sell.
Need a ride?
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
We're headed to Dawnstar.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Oh, I see you, got your helmet out. That's how you know he's really ready for battle.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
I gotta say, I've never been this far north. It's a little chilly. It puts Bruma to shame, if anything. If we weren't in such a rush, if we weren't in a rush to slay the Silverhand, to get the shards of Wuuthrad back, then I'd be inclined to stay for a little bit. But we can always come back another time. I also just realized it'd be a little rude if I did ride my horse and Vilkas is just walking on foot. So, no, never mind. Allie, I guess you'll have to stay here. Sorry, I can't bring you this time. Hey, Vilkas, what do you think that is over there? From down here, it looks like a statue of some sort. Is that? Okay, from down here, I thought it might be Talos. No, I don't think that's Talos. That looks like it might be a shrine to Dibella, but what would a shrine to Dibella be doing all the way out here? Looks like we have another battlefront, another battlefield ahead of us. The Civil War has come and gone, but it certainly isn't over. Oh, are you hunters? Oh, you're just gonna hunt your prey through the battlefield, is that it? It would seem so. It is a really nice touch, just having the battlefields here to make the Civil War feel a little bit more present in Skyrim, as though it is taking place in the background. Granted, there's also mods that add actual battles and not just the remnants of battlefields as well. But I'm really happy with this, and I'm sure you can combine this with those other mods out there as well. So one thing that I did notice is I took the perk so that I don't need to wear a helmet anymore. That being said, I think I still have a much higher armor rating when I have the helmet on. Like 190. Yeah, without the helmet on I have 180 from the perk, but with the helmet on I have 191. So I'd rather just have the helmet on then. So I guess that didn't entirely work out the way that I thought it would. This is a lot like the Glenmoral quest. Every time I've played it, I've completely eliminated the Silver Hand.
What was that?
Why wouldn't you? If you don't stop them, they're just gonna keep coming after you. They're the ones who started this fight after all. They're the ones who started the conflict. They started hunting us. We just retaliated. So I don't know where they get off. Vilkas behind you. Vilkas is just standing here doing nothing. Here. Help? You need help, Vilkas? Oh, never mind. Okay, now he's ready to rumble. Now he's ready to fight. At least for a little bit. Oh, it's running, it's running. Oh, it bled out. Alright. Now Vilkas has the fighting spirit. It took him a second to find his inner voice, to find his confidence, but now he's ready.
We're going to make them pay. Good day.
I keep on talking to him, hoping that he's gonna have anything else to say, but that's me just being hopeful. Now here's the other thing. The black bow that I picked up a little while ago, I think is more powerful than the Imperial bow that I've been using. I've just been using the Imperial bow because it does have the enchantment on it, the shock enchantment, which has been really nice. I did buy some extra potions before we left town too. And... oh, beautiful. I was worried he was going to block that entirely. I went right through his defenses. Listen, they have all these side rooms. I'm just hoping for some potions. I'm hoping that I can make out like a bandit here. Because frankly, the Silverhand are nothing more than glorified bandits anyway.
What was that?
Nothing?
Come on.
Oh! Yep, see, that's what I was worried about the last time, that they were just gonna completely block my attack.
Right? You want to go?
Oh, wait! Ooh! Yep. I was too slow, I was too staggered.
Someone there?
Let's try this again.
Look out!
Yeah, see, so part of it also definitely seems to come down to the type of attack. I've noticed that just doing and just relying on my overhead attack is not always my best way of doing things. And sometimes you'd want to go from the side.
Watch it there, brother.
I don't know if it actually matters. I think maybe I'm looking into it too much. I'm making it a little deeper than it really is. But I'm almost just imagining or thinking about it in regards to the way I would play Kingdom Come Deliverance, because the direction that you block from actually did impact how much you could block or if you would be able to negate the attacks. And I know Skyrim on its own does not have that. I'm just not sure if maybe the mods I have might account for that a little bit. There we go. Before you know it, I'm gonna be a higher two-handed level than Vilkas anyway, so I don't really need him to teach me anything right now. Ayla can teach me about archery. That one I wouldn't mind.
Is someone there?
Never should have come.
Oh, never should have come here. Is that so? I think I'm doing okay. But I appreciate your concern. Blacksmith's potion. I don't need more iron ingots, honestly. I think I already have maybe 13 or so. Okay, I have 9. Close enough, frankly. Let's sneak a little bit, even though I can't imagine we haven't already woken the entire fortress.
Time to end this little game. Last mistake.
Vilkas, you're just missing all over the place, aren't you? I keep on seeing Vilkas just miss with so many of his attacks.
Victory!
Oh, there we go. Good attack. Good follow-up. Also, I cracked 10,000 gold. I forget if I had already been at that much before, and I just spent it or what, but it's not too shabby. Feels pretty good. If I can stay above 10,000 now, I'll be happy. I do like how, for the Companion's questline, there are Radiant quests even within the main questline. So, for example, I remember the very first time I played through Skyrim, when I got to Retrieval and I had to find that missing piece of Wuuthrad before Kodlak tells you, oh, go kill the Glenmoral Coven for me. I remember going to a completely different fortress. I'm going to struggle to remember the name of it right now. I'm going to absolutely forget which one. Oh, take out... Okay. I was in the process of taking out my battle axe, and Vilkas saved me because he rushed in, and he blocked that attack for me. Yeah, I'm not going to remember the name of which fortress it was, but it was in the Rift as well. I know it had a tower. But I also know that doesn't narrow it down because I think there's 5 or 10 different locations you can go to for that quest. But I did like that because even during the course of the main quest line, it's still going to be a little bit different each and every time. And having just played through Oblivion again recently, I think Skyrim does a good job of almost providing more to do with some of those side locations because they can be filled up by miscellaneous quests or because they can be assigned dynamically for some quests for the guilds and everything. It almost feels like it has a little bit more replayability just by comparison. Well, looks like they tunneled through their own wall. Oh.
I'll try and make this
Okay, not bad. Whoop. Vilkas, if you could help out, because I'm getting picked off over here. Ooh.
True Nord fights.
Hi. You're not sending. I don't trust you. Why'd you guys bring this horse in here? Why did you bring a horse in here? To capture it and to kill it.
Is someone there?
Seems a little unnecessary. Oh, what a block. Okay, Vilkas is going for it. Nice. That's teamwork.
Is someone there?
Found you.
This is for Kodlak. Oh, alright. Damn it! That would have been much more dramatic if it had killed him. There we go. Better. Alright, you distract him, and I will go for the kill hit. I may have hit you with that. I apologize. It was not intentional. Calm down, Vilkas. Calm down. You were too close. I don't know my own strength. I don't know my own range sometimes. Alright, we're clear. Very kind of them to leave a potion out for me.
Never should have come here.
Oh, I thought that was gonna hit him. Okay, I think that hit someone, just... Ooh, okay, okay. Okay. Vilkas, nice, nice. Vilkas, don't worry, I got you, I got you. It's also, think of it says optional, wipe out the silver hand. I guess you could avoid completely wiping them out if you just went through this place completely stealthy, but I don't know how you would really do that, seeing as you have Vilkas with you. So even though it's marked as optional, I feel like the vast majority of people are going to complete that objective just because you'd have to go out of your way to avoid it. You'd have to go out of your way to not kill all of the silver hand. Any more books for me? Warrior. Is that a level up? It is! There we go. I'm gonna put it into stamina. As for the tree we're gonna go into... That's a good question. Let's go with weapon block. Just because blocking can be really, really helpful in staying alive. Also, let me take warrior so I can sell it. Now, do you have anything to say, Vilkas?
Let's get back to Jorrvaskr. We'll want to pay our respects to Kodlak's spirit.
There we go. I'm glad he finally had something else to say. Alright. In just a time, we'll fast travel back. For the sake of immersion, I will, at the very least, summon my horse. And then... imagine that Vilkas rides alongside me, or rides with me. Ultimately, I just want every game that has horses, that has mounts, to have the sheer amount of mount options and mount features that Red Dead Redemption 2 has. Where someone can ride, you know, on the back of your horse, you can put tied up enemies on the back of your horse, stuff like that. Or you can even just drag someone, although I guess lassos might not be as fitting for non-Western games. But still. Just putting it out there, there's a lot of things you can do with horses in games, and Red Dead is now the gold standard for it. Also, I say now it's the gold standard, but Red Dead Redemption 2 has been out for 3 years, so... it's been the gold standard, and frankly, I don't think any other game has beaten it yet. So it is still the reigning champion for me.
The others have probably prepared Kodlak's funeral by now. Come up to the Sky Forge to pay your respects.
Completed Purity of Revenge. Which I feel is a little bit of an oxymoron. If anything, I feel like there's never purity in revenge. But then again, I mean, I guess that's also kind of just poking fun at how Ayla and I thought that we were doing the right thing by going out and just slaughtering every single silver hand that we could find.
Who will start?
I'll do it. Before the ancient flame,
We grieve.
we grieve.
grieve.
At this loss,
We weep.
We weep. For the fallen.
We
We
shout.
shout. And for ourselves, we take our
Take
leave.
our leave. His spirit is departed. Members of the Circle, let us withdraw to the Underforge to grieve our last together.
It's starting to feel a little bit like high school. We got a little bit of a clique going on here. You're just flat out telling
You have the
everyone.
fragments of Wuuthrad still?
You're just telling all
I
the
need
other
to prepare
members.
them for mounting again.
You're not invited. I return them with honor.
Don't get too flowery on me, lad.
Alright, alright.
Of course, I have a small favor to ask of you. There's another piece that Kodlak always kept close to himself. Would you go to his chambers and bring it back for me? I'm not sure I'm the best one to go through his things.
It would be my pleasure.
Thank you. I'll be here. My poor Frale, I
Not
think
now.
Thorald's still alive, but I know better.
Leave me.
But yeah, just, members of the Circle, let's go hang out in our cool Underforge. Everyone else, I'll see ya. We don't really care about you or what you do.
Leave me.
Not now.
Farkas, come on.
Let me
We're best buddies. We saved each other. I'm also part of the Cool Kids Club, so just give me a second to get the last piece, and then I'll come down to the Underforge. And now I'm just imagining the Circle and the Underforge is just like, oh, the typical cool kids hangout in high school, and they're just sneaking beers and saying, yeah, I'm not doing my homework. Oh, well, Kodlak gave me this job, but I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna make a joke about them being angsty, but honestly, the werewolf thing already does it. The werewolf aspect of the Circle already helps my case on that front. The last fragment of Wuuthrad. Kodlak's journal. In my dream, I see the line of harbingers start with Ysgramor. Each of them ascends to Sovngarde, until we come to Terfig, who first turned us to the ways of the beast. He tries to enter Sovngarde, but before he can even approach soon, he is set upon by a great wolf, who pulls him into the hunting grounds where Hircine laughs with welcoming arms. Terfig seems regretful, but also eager to join Hircine after a lifetime of service as a beast. Then I see every next harbinger turn away from Sovngarde and enter the hunting grounds of their own accord, until it comes to me, and I see great Soon, on the misty horizon, beckoning me. It appears I have a choice, and then at my side, a stranger I had not seen before. As I look into his eyes, we turn to see the same wolf who dragged away Terfig, and he and I draw weapons together. I realize this is only a dream, but a strong enough dream to inspire a man like me to take to writing, so it must be of some import. I've spoken of my thoughts to the Circle, withholding the part about the stranger lest Skjor worry I will no longer seek his counsel, and I was not surprised to see them torn by it. Skjor and Ayla are strong in the ways of the beast, and even seem to suggest that the hunting grounds would be their choice of afterlife, if it were truly a choice. Vilkas seems most troubled. The boy is as fierce as a saber cat in battle, but his heart's fire burns too brightly at times. He felt deceived, and I don't blame him. Farkas didn't know what to think, but I believe he will come around with me and his brother eventually. He usually does. I don't know what to do about Skjor and Ayla. I know they respect the companions and me, but they take to the blood more deeply than the rest of us. Fortune smiles upon us. Yesterday, Vilkas was telling me how difficult it had been for him to give up his transformations. Until we can pursue a true cure, the twins and I have chosen not to give in to the beast blood. For me, it's provided a clearer head, but Vilkas seems to be suffering a bit for it. Vargas seems completely untroubled. That boy continues to amaze me with his fortitude. While Vilkas was confiding, through the shadows of Jorrvaskr, I saw a newcomer approach, who wished to join our numbers. It was the stranger from my dream, the one who would stand with me against the beast. Vilkas began speaking obliquely, not wishing to air our problems in front of our guest, and I had to be doubly cautious to not reveal anything of our secrets to the newcomer, while also not revealing the details of my dream to Vilkas. I don't know how the politicians deal with these sorts of machinations daily. In any case, I've sent Vilkas to test the newcomer. We'll see if he is truly the great warrior that I dreamt of. This newcomer, it seems, is made of decent stock. He calls himself Giorg Full-Tankard, and has already impressed some of the circle with his mettle. I still keep my own counsel on his place in my dream for now. Let us see what kind of destiny he is carving before hitching to him. In the meanwhile, I look for ways of cleansing my blood. The writings and legends on the subject are sparse and contradictory. I don't wish to engage any wizardry on this matter, but I fear they may be the only ones who best know how to navigate these worlds of knowledge. It's apparent to me now that Terfig's choice to turn us was indeed a mistake. Magics and their ilk are not in keeping with the spirit of the companions. We face our problems directly, without the need of such trickery. I can only hope to guide us back to the true path of Ysgramor before the rot takes me. Giorg Full-Tankard continues to impress. I don't know yet where he will stand on the question of the blood, but the question has not been presented yet. He does know that we carry the beast blood, and appears curious about it. Soon enough I can explain our troubles and hopefully see what role he will play. I'm amazed that Ayla thinks she can keep a secret among this drunken rabble, especially with the loss of Skior. My heart aches. Emotions are fraying and the walls of discretion are the first to fall. Apparently, she and Giorg Full-Tankard are waging their own separate war against the Silverhand, in retaliation for Skior's death. Their hearts are noble, but the course of vengeance is running hot, and I fear the counterstroke that may come if they do not rein in their fury. Giorg shows valor, though, even in his most underhanded time. We have not had cause to speak much, and that is something I deeply regret. I have high hopes for his destiny, as I realize that his appearance in my dream may indeed mark him as the harbinger to succeed me. I have received few dreams over the course of my life, but when they come I have learned to trust them. I've also learned to trust the instinct of my heart, which tells me that Giorg can carry the companion's legacy as truly as any residing in Jorrvaskr, especially with the loss of Skior. Ayla is too solitary, Vilkas too fiery, and Farkas too kind-hearted. Only Giorg stands as a true warrior, who can keep a still mind amidst these burning hearts. I will not speak to him of any of this, though. It is too much to burden another with. My hope is that he and I can keep counsel over the coming years, that I can impart the wisdom of the Harbingers. All things in time. Firstly, I will seek his assistance in the matter of the witches of Glenmoral. It would appear that our path to the cure is not without some poetic justice for the tricksters who first cursed us. It would seem that it was not mere coincidence that I joined the companions.
What kind of...
Also, it really makes you realize that I don't necessarily know if they were trying to be underhanded, but Ayla and Skior, they were trying to get you on their side because they knew that they were now in the minority on where members of the Circle stood on the Beast Blood. They were feeling a little outnumbered, they were feeling a little threatened, and they probably figured that the best thing to do would be to try and bring the newcomer into the Circle, literally, before Kodlak had a chance to talk me out of it. Also, I was being silly, I was just not following the marker, because I have to give the fragment to Yorland, who I'm pretty sure is just dead asleep. I'm gonna see if he will take it, but I have a feeling that he's just gonna be hold up for the night that I'm not going to be allowed in. Yeah, alright. Well, in that case, I'll sleep for the night, I will present it to him in the morning, and then we'll go to the Underforge. So, they can just hang out there for a while. That can be the problem with scheduling in the game. That can be the problem with having schedules for NPCs
I was the newest
at
companion
times.
until you came along.
I will say that even without the well-rested bonus, I'm still leveling
I'm
pretty
still trying to figure
quickly.
out why.
Or quickly enough, so I can't complain too much.
You're back.
Took me a little while, I was busy reading Kodlak's diary. I have his fragment.
Thank you. Your shield siblings have withdrawn to the Underforge. I think they're waiting for you.
Oh, they've been waiting, alright. They've been waiting all night. I get down there and there's just 3 bedrolls on the ground and they go, "Finally! Oh, took you long enough."
The old man had one wish before he died, and he didn't get it. It's as simple as that.
Being Moonborn is not so much of a curse as you might think, Vilkas.
That's fine for you, but he wanted to be clean. He wanted to meet Ysgramor and know the glories of Sovngarde, but all that was taken from him.
And you avenged him.
Kodlak did not care for vengeance.
No, Farkas, he didn't. And that's not what this is about. We should be honoring Kodlak, no matter our own thoughts on the blood.
You're right. It's what he wanted, and he deserved to have it.
Kodlak used to speak of a way to cleanse his soul, even in death. You know the legends of the tomb of Ysgramor.
There, the souls of the Harbingers will heed the call of Northern Steel. We can't even enter the tomb without Wuuthrad, and it's in pieces like it has been for 1,000 years.
And dragons were just stories, and elves once ruled Skyrim. Just because something is, doesn't mean it must be. The blade is a weapon, a tool. Tools are meant to be broken, and repaired.
Is that... Did you repair the blade?
This is the first time I've had all the pieces, thanks to our shield brother here. The flames of Hero can reforge the shattered. The flames of Kodlak shall fuel the rebirth of Wuuthrad, and now it will take you to meet him once more. As the one who bore the fragments, I think you should be the one to carry Wuuthrad into battle. The rest of you, prepare to journey to the tomb of Ysgramor, for Kodlak. For Kodlak!
Oh, okay, I thought you had something else to say. You're just gonna yell in my face. Alright, fair enough. I like how Ayla just still has her torch out. She's just going, she's just running. Oh. I will need a little bit of time to prep. I'm going to need at least a little bit of time to prep before I can travel directly to, or travel to, the Tomb of Ysgramor. Don't worry about
Good
it.
to see you again, friend.
Well, the Tomb of Ysgramor is closest to... Oh, for some reason I was going to say closest to Windhelm. I guess I always just was used to going to Windhelm and then just following the coast until I reached it. But no, truthfully, the closest city would be Winterhold. It's been a while, so... Here's me just forgetting everything, as usual. I'm gonna stop by Windhelm. I still have to return the stolen necklace. So, at the very least, let's just get started with that. Hey, Vilkas. What were you, doing over here? Did you get a little lost? You get a little turned around? I mean, I guess you could have come down and around this way. I don't know why you would, though. Oh, AI pathing. They never know where they're going. They never know what they're doing. Oh, so let's take the carriage to Windhelm. I really don't mind spending the money. It's not that expensive. It's really just not a problem.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals.
It's the convenience, honestly.
Where do you want to go?
I am off to Windhelm.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar.
Do you know any other songs? I heard this one last time.
Heard about what you did, killing those foul witches. Well done, companion.
That's
You're
close
best
enough.
staying here. You'd better clear out.
Oh, here's a cool random encounter.
You're
I'm
trespassing
warning you.
here. You'd
Back
better clear
off.
out.
You have the Thane of Windhelm. You have a captured prisoner and a Windhelm guard. I would assume just because they're bringing him back.
Kodlak killed. Jorrvaskr attacked. How could this happen within the walls of Wuuthrad?
That's what I'm saying. For a group of warriors, they didn't put up much of a fight. The guards didn't stop them. I guess in the end, when you look at it, there was only one
I made my fortune as a
loss
sea captain, but now I'm
for the companions. They only lost Kodlak. That being said, that's a pretty significant loss. Also, wait, what is Rogi doing all the way over there? Was the marker always pointing there and I'm just being silly? I could have sworn it was pointing towards the city, but
Can't just throw
I
the
was
big
more
dogs
impressed
in the fire.
by
Gotta have a little
the
bit.
Thane and his and his bounty. Okay, so I know what it was. I thought that marker there, the one to the north, was gonna be Rogi. No,
Heard about the attack on Jorrvaskr.
that's me just being bad with cardinal directions as usual. Did he just go into town? Did he just decide to take a trip to Karthwasten then? Or does he live in Karthwasten and I just have no idea who lives where? Which is also entirely possible, frankly. Now, the truth is, I think Kynesgrove might be the only location that I did not mod, or rather the only settlement that I didn't get a mod for in the end. And there was a reason for that. There's a reason that I didn't get Cities of the North, or not Cities of the North, but the other city series that I'm using. Great cities, that's what it is. Great cities, great settlements, great towns, great villages, yada yada. I was going to use it for Kynesgrove, but I ran into a couple incompatibilities and a couple issues when I was trying to use it, so it's the only untouched settlement, or the only non-unique settlement now.
If you bring mead, you're welcome here. Even if you don't, you're still welcome.
How about a missing necklace?
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
250 gold? Ooh! Oh wait, no, never mind. Hunt, Thief, and Whiterun removed, sorry. How do you know so much about mead?
Well, a lifetime of study, you might say. The best comes from Riften, but I haven't been there in years. Ever tried making your own? It's, not easy, trust me.
No, it's really not.
Aye.
Listen, fermentation is a pain, and having looked into it, having had to figure out how to do fermentation as well as sterilization, I can't imagine how hard it must have been to do that back in the day. Granted, it probably just wasn't as sterile, as sterilized, so people were probably just getting, pretty sick.
What is it?
Maybe not on a regular basis, but, I barely trust myself to do that whole process, frankly. I'm just looking to see if there's anything I want to improve. I can improve the black bow up to 21. Yeah, that's not bad. I might wind up switching to that in a sec. Hello?
Mining is hard work, but we pay a fair price for any ore you dig up.
What can you tell me about Kynesgrove?
Bunch of lazy rabble trying to make a living. Can't get better workers in because everyone's afraid of the tomb up above the mine. Dead dragons. It hasn't moved since Ysgramor, and it's not going to start now. Superstitious milk drinkers. All right then.
The mine's always on the verge of collapse. Good thing I'm around to keep it up.
You're able to keep it up? What do you know about Kynesgrove? Or what do you do in Kynesgrove?
Nosy one, huh? I was a mage back in Morrowind. I lend my talents to the mines here, helping them keep the tunnels safe. By Azura, it gets hot in there. I use frost salts for a potion to keep the heat bearable, but I'm out.
I could find those frost salts for you.
If you want to go to the trouble, feel free. I suppose I could offer you a bit of free alteration training when you get back.
I'm not much of a mage.
Until next time.
Do I have any frost salts, or did I sell them all? I probably sold them all, because I'm not hoarding a lot of alchemy materials. Yep, alright. I sold them already. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep you in the back of my mind. But as it is, I already have quite a few miscellaneous objectives. So you are just one of many right now. You're not at the top of my list, I'm sorry to say.